Stephon Marbury speaks on Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Jay-Z.
Respect Michael Jordan, the dude that made the moves off the court. Like I said to you, once one kid got over a pair of Jordans, that was it. He should have dropped the price. That's my feeling. Okay? That ain't never gonna change. That's why I did Starbury. And it's never gonna change in my feeling about how I feel about that. I don't care how many trillions of dollars or billions of dollars someone makes. It has nothing to do with that. It could have been done differently or said differently. Yeah, I could have done it. It could have been delivered differently, but how do you really deliver that when you burying a child over a pair of sneakers? It doesn't work, and it's never gonna work. Okay? So don't get it twisted. The rules are the rules in the game, right? I'm so happy that I was able to go to another country, live 15 years. It didn't feel like 15 years to me. It felt like nothing. Going and leaving and coming back. It's the same stuff going on here. It's even worse. It's sad. My heart breaks when I hear the things that I hear. That poor little girl, Blue Ivy. Jesus, you better pray for that little girl. That's what y'all better do. She ain't know who her daddy was. And now she learning. Woo, man. I tell you, boy, the price of fame is something. You better be careful about that price of fame. See, because what happens is, it may not affect you, but then it gets to your kids. And when it gets to your kids, that's a different type of pain. That's a different type of pain. That shit ain't different. You ain't never felt that before. Right? So Jay-Z, he's about to feel something he ain't never felt before. Because that little girl, pray for her. Don't you think it was a little calculated? She's going on stage, the little girl, in front of the press, in front of the world, and now she got to answer questions. See, people forget they're going to get older, and their kids are going to get older. When you start interfering, you try to mess with people's lives and their homes and their houses and their hearts and their minds. You create that type of energy on earth, woo! It get different. And it start to look different. I tell you, boy. Going to China and learning what I learned and seeing what I seen and being exposed to what I was exposed, I just gotta say, I thank you, Jesus. That's all I can say is I thank you, Jesus. I thank you, and I confess that you are everything to me. Thank you for taking my life and giving my life peace and meaning on this earth. To never ever sell your soul for money or for gold, because it is not worth it at all. It's better to walk on this earth with not a dime than to walk around with the hate and to be a demon. It's the worst. It gotta be the worst thing ever to walk on earth like that. You don't even want nobody to see you. Because you can't even walk. Because now everybody's gonna see it. Because you didn't know that they had video cameras inside the walls. Let me tell you about God. Let me tell you about Him.
Seems interesting.
So you'll know. Okay? Here I was thinking that I was trying to do something great for black people. $14.98. Can you imagine? You grow up in a place where your mom going to work, You scared because kids are in the hallway. I'm talking about you petrified because you trying to protect your crown jewel, right? You trying to protect your crown jewel, and you gotta live and watch these demons give this shit to people, right? And then talk about it and rap about it and make millions of dollars off of it. Are you serious? And make my little black babies where I grow up, where I'm trying to take care of them so that they could take care of their family, disrupt their whole nervous system, make them feel like this is the only way to live? Are you serious? Is that what's going on? You got other cultures growing in a 5,000 year history, and you trying to cut my line because they gave you some money? Money? And then you say you love us?
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I could take every black in here and take you to China, and I could show you a movie about love. If you really want to see it, if you want to know what love really look like, I can show you. It will change your whole life. You think getting a statue changed me? No. It humbles you so much that when you see a child, you want to give them all of the positive energy. You want to try to eliminate everything that you learned and everything that grew you and made you unpure. You want to teach every baby that you know this is the way, so that in their mind they can feel peace, happiness, joy. They said be careful when you go to China. When I left to go to China, they said it's dangerous there. I said, oh yeah? I came back 14 years later. The dude said, you're still there. I said, you told me it was dangerous there. I said, you lied to me. The dude said, what are you talking about? I said, when I left to go to China, I remember a story you wrote about me in the newspaper. You wrote a story and you tried to make people think that I was going to go to another country and I was going to pollute their children and tell their children bad things because I came from America, and you thought that the NBA blocked me. Can you imagine? I gotta answer questions about that. I'm a black man in another country by myself. They said, you came here by yourself. I said, I came here by myself. I tell you everything that happened to me. Do you want to know? They said, sure, we got time. We want to listen. I said, okay, here you go. Here's the story. And they said, oh, okay. That's the story. Strawberry TV. You ate Vaseline. Why did you eat Vaseline? Well, I know in the Chinese culture, there are a lot of different remedies that you guys use to try to heal. I was literally crying out, screaming out to people while I was on live that I lost my voice. And nobody wanted to believe me. And I was telling them that I could not talk. And they were laughing at me. They was like, are you serious? They made people think that you were crazy because you cried because your dad was rushed to a hospital while you was at Madison Square Garden playing on the court. You were running up and down the court, and then your dad was being rushed to the hospital. And when your dad was being rushed to the hospital, they didn't come to you and they didn't tell you that. And you felt like if all of this happened and you thought that you could save your dad because if you was off the court and you ran to your dad and you saw your dad, you was going to be able to save him. And no, man, that's not how God wanted it to go. How can I blame the Knicks? They tried to make me be mad at the Knicks. And I said, how? I said, when I know God. I said, I know God. And when God wanted my dad was going. When it's your time, man. Okay? It's your time, man. You gotta live peace, man. God is great. I tell kids I'm a living testimony, man. My testimony is the story only for the story to be told by God. And God only. I don't share online and do this. I share online because I'm imperfect too. I'm a cheater. I'm a sinner. I'm a gluttonous. I'm all these things. I'm not perfect. But you don't create harm for people, man. You don't create harm for other humans. What you do to yourself and what you inflict is on you. You don't harm other people. You don't create chemical imbalances in other people. What move is that? Where's the peace in that? Dude's like, oh, you got divorced. I said I deserved to get divorced. She had a right to divorce me, the stuff that I was doing. I'm not afraid and I'm not ashamed of me of messing up. You're not perfect. No one is perfect. You get what you deserve. Yes, you gotta feel that, you gotta deal with that on earth, but being able to communicate that so you won't do it again. How do we end the family, the generational curse of what they call it? You teach the next generation. We gotta be this example. Yes, it's broken, but look how we was broken apart. This shit started from the beginning. I just found out that I'm 51% Nigerian. Literally, I just found this out last night. I called my homeboy Illuminate Odaje. I said, Joe, I got my DNA report. I'm 51% Nigerian. I got the Nigerian flag on my chest and I didn't even know it. I had the Nigerian flag on my chest for like 25 years. I'm bugged out on it. I'm like, yo, my teammate who I play with in China, my second year, his wife fed me Nigerian food the whole year. I helped raise this kid the whole year and not even knowing that I got 51% Nigerian in me. I said, God, what's going on? And if you think I'm lying, you know I will post it. And I will. I am. My man is taking, his name is Illuminate Odaje. He used to play for the Orlando Magic. Me and him played in China together. I'm like bugged out, right? I'm like, last night I was like, I was going through some stuff last night. I promise to God, I was like, I don't even want to go into it, but I'm like, like, come on, man. But look, all I know is this, man. And I'm gonna say this because it's a shift on the planet. It was a cleanse. And if I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. It was a cleanse. That's all it was. It was a cleanse. And I look 30. I wish. Me? 30? Come on, man. I go 40. I go 40 years old. That's the furthest I'm going. I got a sty in my eye. Was a scam. Okay. You can call it a scam, you can call whatever it was. All I know is you had a whole bunch of people doing one thing inside the house at one time because fear. Right? Whatever that was, it was that. And everybody was in, and a lot of people learned about a lot of people. Let's talk about the layers of it. I got what you're saying, but the layers of it is everybody found out who their partner was, and people found out that they didn't like each other. And some people found out how much they loved each other. And it was a very small percentage. Okay? So, whatever. Yeah, a scam. I'm not talking about the scam part of what it was. I'm talking about the human part of what people had to emotionally go through. Right? Because you had to go through a different thing when you had to take care of your kids for real. You really learned what kind of parent you was. And your kids learned too. We learn not to judge. The little girl said, I put a inside of your cup. When you thought you were sleeping, I was going outside, but I put a You learn who your kids are. All right? You really learn. And it's okay. That's one of the best things that you learn. It's okay. And look, I get a little deep, but when I start to speak, you know what I'm saying? I feel what I feel, and I can't stop feeling what I feel for people. It's not gonna go nowhere. So you could take whatever it is that I say. You could take it how you want to take it. I said what I said, and I'm gonna say it again. So it's on and it's up forever. LeBron, Jay-Z, whoever, those two really mainly, because it's interesting that how those two dudes during the time of my career was part of like a fucking sabotage. Excuse my language. I mean, I'll get to it, but it is what it is. But forever, it's up.
Thanks for tuning in to 9 Mag TV.